and high rate of miscarriages in Pakistan these days. I'm not sure whether it's across the globe, but particularly looking at Pakistan, I would say miscarriages are very common. Every other girl is facing miscarriage issue. The girl is perfect, healthy, very young, even she's in her 20s, but why miscarriage? She's not fat, she doesn't have any calories issue, she's not overweight, but why?
I think I'm not aware of any data that suggests that there's any particular population or area where the background rate of miscarriage is increasing. I think what is increasing is people's willingness to talk about it and be open about it, and I think that's all to the good because it helps to remove some of the stigma and the emotional trauma that's associated with miscarriage. I think it's important to bear in mind that as doctors we've always understood that miscarriage, early miscarriage affects approximately 1 in 3 pregnancies. It's quite an alarmingly high rate, and one of the first things that we do with a lady who's having problems with miscarriage, maybe has had 1 or 2, is to actually just make that clear, to remove some of the stigma and the trauma from them, because it's quite natural for people to feel that they've done something that may have caused this to happen. And unfortunately, the science says that when it does happen, in the majority of cases, the baby sadly was completely malformed, would have problems.
And Dr. John, why the miscarriage is frequent in first trimester? Why frequently?
Because that's the point at which the baby is laying down the bedrock, the foundations for future development. So the neurological system is forming. All of the systems in a baby are formed within the first 12 weeks of pregnancy. It's only after that, it's just a period of growth. So the
first trimester is actually very important.
Oh, vital, absolutely vital. It's the time at which the blueprint for the rest of the pregnancy is completely laid down. The size of the baby is probably predetermined. And as I said, all the vital organs, the vital structures are all formed by the end of the 12th week. So if anything goes wrong there, and I often make the analogy towards a computer program, if there's a glitch in the program, the whole thing crashes. And if there's a genetic problem with the baby, then unfortunately nature steps in and says, look, this isn't going to carry on, it can go no further. And therefore miscarriage, I'm sorry, is part of reproduction. It's a natural part of life. There are factors that can influence it. There are many, but probably not appropriate to go into at this point.